Well, hey, this is Dr. Rhonda Simmons, and I am your balanced ministry coach and student success coach. And I am so glad that you are here with me. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Empowered Heart to Heart. I tell you, I am so excited. I have a special guest today. That's why right now you need to stop what you're doing and like, comment, and share this video with your friends. Also, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button so you'll know every single time a new video is posted or I'm going live. You want to be in the know. And so, as I said, I have a special guest today, and you want to really pay attention because she has some powerful things to share with us. Make sure that you connect with us on our social media platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And our handle is TSEFIORG. Yes, we're out there, people. Look for us. We're there and we're doing great things. And make sure that you reach out to us. Our contact information is on the screen below. You can check out our website. There's our office number and our email address. So there's no such thing as you can't get a hold of us. We are there. We are available for you. Check us out. We're doing great things, not only in the United States, but we have gone global, y'all. Woohoo! I'm so excited. And this podcast has been downloaded all over the world. You definitely want to be a part of something great. Speaking of great, our guest today is a wonderful person. She is from Nigeria, and she has an amazing story about fulfilling your purpose. Y'all, it is going to be an exciting interview. I tell you now, but I don't want to, do the whole spoiler alert thing. And so I'm just going to introduce her to us. And here she is, none other than Dr. Victoria Onyeje. Hello, Dr. Victoria. How are you?
Fine. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I am so glad that you are a part of the journey today. It's been a wonderful experience getting to know you over the past several months. And so I just want to share with the group how amazing you are. Dr. Victoria, as you can see, she is a young person. Of course, she's an adult, but she is a young person and she is already Dr. Victoria. And let me just interject, this is not an honorary doctorate. For those who have honorary doctorates, wonderful. But for those of us who have actually done a lot of work to earn it, we have to give props and give honor where honor is due. And Dr. Victoria is a pharmacist. But that's not all. She has flipped the script and now she has her own business as a copywriting editor. And so, Dr. Victoria, please share with us how you made that switch.
Okay. Thank you for the question. So, first of all, a couple of years after I got my degree as a pharmacist, I was working at a hospital as a hospital pharmacist. But then along the line, I just knew that I wanted options, especially I got married at the time. I was expecting my first child, and I told myself that I wanted something that would give me a little bit more flexibility with my time and with so many other things that were going on in my life at the moment. And that's when I started looking into the options that I have. I started taking courses, I started going through so many options, and that's how I came across copywriting. I started getting more interested in marketing. After taking a few courses and trying to get clients using LinkedIn, I knew that I had found something that I will enjoy doing for a long while. So that was how I switched to what I'm currently doing.
Wow, that is an amazing story. Uh, I tell you, if you out there have never gone through the doctorate process, it's not for the weak. Would you agree, Dr. Victoria?
Of course, it's not for the weak at all.
It is hard work. It's worthwhile. I think the best part about it is once it's done, it's done. You will always be Dr. Victoria.
Yeah.
And so that's exciting. But here's what we want to know. With this huge career change that you made, were you afraid of anything?
Well, I would have to say that one of the hardest parts is that shift in identity. You know, when you have studied a course like pharmacy, it feels like there is a part of your identity that comes from your degree. You know, like aside the fact that my parents sponsored me, everyone from my mates in school and to everyone that knew me as a pharmacist. Now, I that place of trying to tell them, oh, this is what I do now, and then looking at you like, what is that, so I think that was the scary part. How do I build a new identity around what I do and not attach my identity to my title as a doctor, as a pharmacist? So I think that was the scary part of trying to rebrand myself in this new thing that I now do.
Absolutely. I love your word choices about identity and rebranding yourself. Sometimes, Dr. Victoria, we um, stay where it's safe. Many of us would have said, I've worked so hard to become a pharmacist. This is what's going to be my life until my dying day. And
Yeah.
so um, how did you know that your choice to become a copywriter would actually work?
Well, I would say, in as much as I knew, but sometimes we can't quite be certain. But the thing is, this I have always loved writing. And then for years, I've been writing for fun. At a time, I had a faith based blog where I shared book reviews, music reviews, and just shared my opinion and what I was learning about so many things in my faith and also in my life as a whole. And then so because writing has always come easy for me, I have volunteered to write for some brands as well. So I felt like if I can only get the skill of how to turn this into a service, then it's worth trying. And if after maybe 6 months to 1 year, I'm not getting the results that I want, I can always I can always try something else. So while I had a track record that made me know that this would work for me, there was also a part of it that had to be about taking risk and now seeing where it goes. And just one lesson that also helped me was also praying about it and really feeling at the time that that was the direction that God was leading me at that time.
Yes, that is powerful. I love how your faith was a part of the decision making process. In Proverbs, it says to trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your path. And so I'm thrilled that that was a part of the decision making process. So, in making this switch, did you just switch with no clients, or did you wait to say, okay, let me build up some funds first, in case things are slow in the beginning? Or was this just a leap of faith? I'm leaving my job and I'm starting.
Oh, at the time that I switched, I was still working at the hospital. So it's not like maybe I switched at the moment where I had nothing. So I was still there when I was getting clients. And then when I got to a point where I was getting enough clients to cover my income at my day job, I knew that I wanted to do this. So I didn't just so I slowly transitioned. So yeah, that helped.
Well, that's good. That's good because sometimes people think that they just make a hasty decision, and I've even heard people say, well, if you set yourself up where this has to work, that I can't fail, I'm out here, this has to work, it makes you hustle more. But I like the wisdom of how you did it. That's great. That's great. So what is the best part about working for yourself?
I have to say it's the freedom, like I can choose what clients I want to work with. I can choose when I want to work, and I can choose how I want to work. Now, I don't have to show up at a physical office. I get to work from my house. I don't have to spend so much hours on commute. And then I also have the freedom to pursue other passions that I have. So I think that that's one of the best parts. That freedom. That freedom.
Yes, that's wonderful. I'm definitely headed that way myself. But how exciting is that? And so, how many years have you been a copywriter?
It's about 3 to 4 years now. Yeah.
Wonderful. Any regrets?
No, no regrets. Because, like, aside from being a copywriter, I have learned so many things about marketing, about sales, about funnel building. I just look back, and then when I look at all the knowledge that I have gathered and how I have just discovered a whole new, like a whole new area of expertise, it just makes me excited. I'm happy that I made that decision at the time that I made it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Dr. Victoria, I've been following you on Facebook, and some of your posts, you've been talking about how you've been finding better balance. And this is important to me because I'm a balanced ministry coach and I help pastors' wives. And so, as I read your posts about how you're doing things differently in order to create a sense of balance, I was just really intrigued by that. Can you share with us about your journey to getting more balanced in your life?
Okay, I'll say one of the best things that has worked for me when it comes to like finding balance is like there is, I don't know if this is a good analogy, when it's like I have so many balls in my life. Some of them are breakable balls, and some of them are balls that are not quite breakable. So that's one of the biggest lessons that have helped me when it comes to finding balance. So, what is my priority? What is my order of priority? There are things I can get people to easily do for me, why there are things that I cannot so easily get people to do for me. So I understand that in the order of my priority, I am a wife, I am a mom, I have other relationships in my life that I have to nurture, and then I have my business as well to give time to grow and to serve my clients as well. So one, I had to understand my order of priority. Then another thing that helped me is delegation and outsourcing. I used to be one of those people that wanted to do it all. But I had to learn that when I start to delegate and to outsource, I protect my energy even more. And then I also save a ton of my time. So that way I can also have that energy and put it back into the things that matter most to me. So I have to say it's understanding my priorities and then knowing when to delegate and when to outsource.
Well, let me tell you, you just preached a whole sermon. Because as strong women, I agree with you. It is very um, compelling to do it all, because in our minds we think that way we'll know it's done right.
Yeah.
But I love how you talked about knowing when to delegate, and protecting your energy. I like to say protecting my peace. And that is so important. So now that you've been delegating some things, how has your life improved?
Well, my life has improved so well because one, I had to know that it has to be done, but it doesn't have to be done by me. And that was so liberating. You don't have to be the one to do it. There are times I've had to hire maybe a domestic staff, maybe a nanny, maybe outsource some time, some parts of my client fulfillment and all of that. So it has to be done as long as I can supervise it to make sure that it's done well, but it doesn't have to be done by me. So that has made me less overwhelmed, and I have had fewer episodes of being burned out. And I can tell you that is life changing, honestly.
Absolutely. You're just glowing. You're just glowing. I'm so excited to see you not only walking in your purpose, but also enjoying the journey and having that peace, because it's so many times we get bogged down with life. As the millennials like to say, life gets to lifing.
Yeah,
Things start happening. Yeah, yeah. And so knowing when to delegate is so important. Something that you said is that these things need to get done, but not by me. When you first started delegating, did you struggle letting go or have that complex of they didn't do it the way I would do it?
Well, there was a part of me that wanted it to be done the way I am. I think that's just human. But then over time, I had to learn to let go of control. I had to understand that it's okay to trust people. And yeah, that definitely happened. But I think I've come to a point where I don't have to worry about that anymore because I've made peace with the fact that it's okay for people to do it in a way that they can do it as long as it meets the standard that I have set for it to be done.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I definitely can understand having that standard of excellence. I was just talking about that yesterday with one of my staff members, is that I don't compromise on excellence. It's got to be done well. It may not be done the way I want it, but if the final product is excellence, we are all good.
Yeah.
So, how would potential clients reach you? Because I do want to put your website or email address, whatever you want to share with the world. I can also put it in the description under the video or the podcast. How would potential clients reach you?
I'm going to send over the link to my LinkedIn profile and my newsletter, and that's a great way for them to stay in touch with me.
Okay. All righty. So for those watching or listening, those links will be in the descriptions because you might want to hire Dr. Victoria to write for you. She is excellent at what she does. And I think the thing that I love about her service is she asks so many questions about your business, your ideal client, and then what you get back from her um, is copy that is relatable to your client's pain points. And that is so important because as a business owner, if you're not speaking the language of your ideal client, you're not going to get your ideal client. People want to
Yeah.
know how to connect with them. And so Dr. Victoria is very, very good at that, and wonderful service, very professional, and I highly recommend her to anyone. So no matter what country you're in, don't say, "Well, she's in Nigeria. I'm in the U.S." No, do you have clients in the U.S., Dr. Victoria?
Of course, I have clients in the US. Most of my clients come from the US, but I've also had clients from the UK, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Singapore, Slovenia, Dubai. So I've had clients from different parts of the world, but most of my clients are in the US.
So, ladies and gentlemen, like I told you, when I have guests on our podcast, I say this every single time that I have met some of the best people this side of heaven. Dr. Victoria is no exception. So, if you want some excellent copywriting, she's your person. She is definitely your person. And she has global clientele, global impact, global knowledge and experience. So she's your person. You can stop looking now. I brought her to you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
So, Dr. Victoria, is there anything about what we've talked about, either your copywriting, your willingness to pivot your career um, at the direction of the Lord, or finding balance, that you want to share in these last few moments?
Okay, so like a couple of things that I'm going to share. One of them is this, and it's one of the things that really encouraged me whenever I'm in a phase that it's like like a transition or maybe anything of that sort. One of them is this: you can either make excuses or you can make a move. So if there is something you have always wanted to do, and like maybe in your spirit that you've gotten the go ahead to do it, you can stay there and find maybe 1,000 reasons why it wouldn't work, or you can just take the leap, make the move, and then you can tweak and iterate from there. That's one. And then the second thing I'm going to share is this: is that more like when it comes like maybe trying to do what we haven't done before, or trying to find balance in our lives, if we look around us, there are people that are already making progress in the areas that we already like looking to, like maybe for support or for encouragement in. And there is always something to learn from what other people are doing, and then find ways to adopt those things in a way that works for us. These are some of the things that I look at, and it helps me in any phase of my life.
Wow, that is exciting. I was writing down your quote. You will see it again. You said you can either make excuses or make a move. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. You are talking my language. So, Dr. Victoria, thank you so much for being on our show today. And I really appreciate you taking your time out of your busy schedule to meet with me and to share your gift and your talents with the world. Thank you so much for being on our show.
Thank you so much for having me. I mean, like, I'm honored to be here.
Yes, ma'am. And so if you will just hang out in the waiting room just for a moment, I'm going to wrap the show up and I'll be right back with you, okay?
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, didn't I tell you some of the best people this side of heaven? Dr. Victoria is no exception. And so make sure that you get her links in the description under this video or in the podcast description so that you can find out how you can connect your business need for a copywriter with Dr. Victoria. I'm telling you firsthand my own experience with her in my business. She is an excellent copywriter. And so you will not be disappointed. You will be encouraged. You will be blessed, and your business will be blessed. And so make sure you reach out to her. And so, in the meantime, until our next episode, be blessed, be encouraged, but most of all, be empowered. And I'll see you next time.